Are you feeling totally overwhelmed by the crazy amount of AI tools out there for students? Well, what if I told you that the most common way people are using AI right now, just relying on a single chatbot for literally everything, is actually tanking their academic results? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking the Student AI Handbook and breaking it down into a hype-free, highly practical workflow. We're going to build a beginner-friendly system that actually enhances your thinking instead of just replacing it.
Okay, we really need to start with the biggest trap that beginners fall into, and that is trying to use a single chatbot like ChatGPT to handle your studying, your research, your citations, and your writing all at the exact same time. I get it. It sounds super convenient, right? Just open up one tab and ask it to do the whole shebang. But as the source material points out, expecting one single tool to be a master of all academic trades is a massive mistake.
So that brings us to Chapter 1, the one chatbot mistake. Let's look at why this one tool does all approach is a bad idea and what we should be doing instead. Take a look at this breakdown. It beautifully illustrates that different academic jobs require vastly different tools. Like, if you just need to understand a broad concept, sure, an AI assistant like ChatGPT or Claude is fantastic for that. But what if you need to study from your specific class material? For that, you'd want a source-based tool like NotebookLM. Need citations? You absolutely need a citation manager like Zotero. Searching for peer-reviewed papers? You've got to use a discovery tool like Elicit or Consensus. It's like a giant puzzle. Matching the specific tool to the specific task is the actual secret to a great workflow.
So how do we fix this without getting totally bogged down by dozens of expensive apps and subscriptions? That brings us right into Chapter 2, the Beginner AI Stack.
The magic number here is 4. You really only need 4 tools to build a complete, powerful beginner stack. Seriously, there's no need to hoard 10 different AI apps, and honestly, you probably don't even need paid versions to start out. The goal isn't to collect shiny new tools. It's to build a reliable study workflow that you can comfortably use every single day.
And here it is, the ultimate 4-tool starter stack. First, you've got ChatGPT or Claude for general explanations and feedback. Second, NotebookLM for studying directly from your notes and PDFs. Third, Zotero for saving and organizing all those messy sources. And fourth, Elicit or Consensus for tracking down real academic papers. This specific combo gives you total support for studying, research, writing feedback, and citations, completely skipping all the unnecessary bloat.
But here is the absolute crucial point. It's all about how you actually use them. Check out the difference here. A risky prompt looks something like, "Write my assignment and make it sound natural." Honestly, using AI to just bypass the work completely strips away your authorship, and it ruins your learning. Now, a safe prompt looks more like, "Explain this topic and ask me 5 questions to check my understanding." See the difference? Using it as an interactive tutor actively builds your knowledge. So the safest rule of thumb is this: use AI to support your learning, not to replace it.
Now, a general AI might explain a concept totally differently than your professor taught it. And that leads us to Chapter 3, Mastering Your Course Materials.
Enter Google's NotebookLM. This thing is uniquely designed around source-based work. That means it helps you study strictly from the materials your professor actually handed out. If you're staring down 30 pages of marketing lecture notes or a massive PDF textbook chapter, this is absolutely the tool you want. It anchors all of its answers directly to whatever you upload.
So let's walk through how to turn this into a daily habit with a simple step-by-step workflow. First, you create a notebook for your subject. Then you upload your readings. Next, you ask for the key concepts. And then, and this is the absolute best part, you ask for practice questions based only on those specific documents. You still verify everything, of course, but you've essentially just created a targeted active learning session directly from your own syllabus. How cool is that? Notice how tweaking your prompt totally changes the outcome here. A weak prompt just asks the AI to summarize my lecture notes. But let's be real, a summary just makes the notes shorter. It doesn't really help you learn. A strong prompt, on the other hand, asks it to create an exam study plan, separating concepts into high, medium, and low priority. This brilliantly highlights the difference between passive reading and active studying. A study plan actually gets you ready for the exam. Okay, so you've totally mastered your lecture notes. But what about when you need outside sources for a research paper? Let's dive into Chapter 4, Finding and Organizing Research.
AI research tools are genuinely incredible for discovering academic literature, but you have to remember they serve completely different functions. For instance, Elicit is amazing for finding and screening scientific papers. Consensus, on the other hand, gives you evidence-based answers so you can quickly see what the studies generally agree on.
Semantic Scholar is fantastic for broad paper discovery. And then Scite helps you see the actual citation context, meaning it tells you whether later papers supported or challenged a specific study. Pretty handy, right?
But listen, finding papers is literally only half the battle. Where are you going to put them all? This is where Zotero comes in. It's the essential non-AI tool in your stack. A lot of beginners end up saving some sources as open browser tabs, some as copy-pasted links in a Notes app, and maybe a few random desktop PDFs. Let's be honest, it turns into a total disaster. Zotero keeps all your sources neatly organized before those browser tabs spiral completely out of control.
Here is the exact Zotero workflow you should be using. It's super simple. Install the browser connector, create a collection for your assignment, save your papers, and then add your own notes and tags. By doing this, you capture all the metadata and the PDF instantly. This frees you up to actually focus on evaluating the evidence rather than frantically trying to remember where you read that one perfect quote at 2 a.m.
Now, we have to talk about Chapter 5, Avoiding Fake AI Citations. Honestly, this is the single most dangerous part of using AI for schoolwork.
This is a mistake that can instantly ruin your academic integrity. So, if you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, please let it be this golden rule. Never cite a source you have not opened and checked, period. AI is great for helping you find where citations are needed, but you must be the human in the loop.
You see, general AI assistants will confidently hallucinate fake authors, fake journals, and fake dates. They'll just make things up. Look at this risky habit, asking a chatbot to generate a list of 5 citations for you. Some might be real, sure, but some might not even exist. A much safer habit is asking the AI to brainstorm academic search terms for you, and then taking those terms into a real academic database to find and verify the papers yourself. Always use AI for discovery, never for generating your bibliography.
Before you ever hit that submit button, you have to manually check your source list. You need to confirm the author, the title, the publication date, and the publisher. But most importantly, and people miss this all the time, you need to confirm that the source actually supports the specific sentence you just wrote, because a source can be 100% real, but still have absolutely nothing to do with your claim.
All right, let's pull all of this together in Chapter 6, the ultimate AI workflow. We want to make sure we are protecting your work, your grades, and your actual learning. Run your final assignment through this exact pre-submission checklist. Ask yourself, is your thesis clear? Are your claims actually supported? Are your citations real? And did you manually check them? Did you disclose your AI use if your professor required it? Using AI responsibly means making sure your work is honest, verifiable, and most importantly, truly your own. And that brings us to the ultimate bottom line, the final rule. Do not submit work you cannot explain. If AI helped you outline your thoughts, or review your draft for clarity, or even generate practice questions, that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, you still have to be the author who understands and can defend every single paragraph you turn in.
I'll leave you with this final thought to challenge your daily habits. The best AI tool isn't the one that does the work for you, it's the one that helps you complete the task better. So ask yourself, does your AI stack replace your thinking or enhance it? If you found this explainer helpful, definitely check out the full article linked below to download your free pre-submission checklist. And don't forget to subscribe for more beginner AI tutorials. Thanks for hanging out with us today.